Okay, this is a pretty good angle to show you what I was talking about the other day about this pressure plate and the harmonic balancer. You see that little ear looking thing when I move the harmonic balancer? You can see it moving. You see there's a hole right there in my flex plate. So if I get those two holes lined up, I should be able to put a screw in through here and tighten it up. And then once that's tightened up, I can use that to move the flywheel or flex plate. A lot of people get mad when you call it one thing or the other. It's actually, for an automatic, it's called the flex plate. For a straight shift, it's called the flywheel. But I've already had people coming on YouTube saying, "Oh, it's not a flex plate, it's a flywheel." No, it's not a flywheel, it's a flex plate. You know, it's like, YouTubers are very helpful, and they will go out of their way to tell you things that you don't know, whether you know them or not. But anyway, what I've done is on my flex plate bolts, or torque converter bolts, so I put these little nylon, I'm going to use these little nylon self-locking nuts, and this thing will slide forward so that I can get it in place, and I can get to it from this side here, because I don't have anything in the way of my wrench from here, so I can put that through like that, push that down. What I might do is put it, this has to not hit on anything when it turns. So sometimes I use a wrench to get these to fall into place, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. I take a box end wrench, which I've pushed under here with me, right here, and I'll stick the nut in that right there, so that this is holding that. And you see that? And then I'll stick that up in there. And then I'll bring the bolt in from the other side and get it started that way. And see, now that nut is right there, and I can use that same wrench to hold this side, and this side out here I can work with my with this thing, this ratchet driver, after I take off. I'll take this off, and I'll take this off. I'll take that off. And I'll put, now that may not be a 9/16. That may be a half on that outside bolt. Let's see. Nope, it is. It's a 9/16. Okay. So I can put that here. And then I get my wrench again. Let's see, which one do I want? This one. I'll put that wrench here to hold this, and I'll turn it with that. I can feel that nylon lock starting to take hold. Now, you notice that turned the motor, and that's fine, except that I'm not ready for the motor to turn yet. Because I want to get a really good tighten on this before I spin it around to do the next one. So I'm going to put this back on here. Get me a good handful of this and a little handful of that. And we're going to put some muscle into it. I want that to be good and tight. Now I've got a little bar here I use for a pressure bar under here in tight spaces like this. I can put this little bar on the end of here and then put this back on that. Get my little wrench back in place here. And I get way out on the end of this wrench and I can pull it as hard as I can. Alright. Okay, now I can go ahead and turn this motor. I have to make sure I don't turn it so far that I can't get my wrench off. But now the next one is over here. And the next one is right here. So I should be able to get over here to it. Like that. The motor's good and loose, which is I do have the plugs out of it, but I like it when the motor's good and loose. That means you don't have anything that's going to be binding. Anything that's binding can cause friction. Anything that can cause friction can cause wear. Not W-H-E-R-E wear, but W-A-R-E wear. Is that how you spell that kind of wear? You know how it is with the English language. Everything's spelled different. So, we'll go through that same process again. I'm going to need my wrench here. Probably need one of my fatter 9/16 wrenches for that. We'll do this though. We'll try it like this once. If it don't work, I'll go out and get one. Let me go get one. This is an old Craftsman. You have to use the open end. If you use the box end and you get it up in there, you can't get it back out once it goes up into place there. In fact, this one may not fit in there as far as it needs to go. I don't know. Sometimes they will, sometimes they won't. This one might be too fat to go up in there. Flashlight. I don't know, that looks like it should be good though. Yeah, that looks good. Now, I may want to put a well, let's see. First, I might want to put a pipe on the end of this wrench. But let's see if we can just tighten it up with this one first. I'm doing this with my left arm, so it's not my strongest arm, but piece of pipe. Put on that. Yeah, that hurts. But I don't ever want this coming loose again, so we're going to turn it until it hurts. Now I'll have to get over here and get this other one. So there's only 3 of these, so this one will be the last one. Boy, that hurts. I need something to put on my hand. Hold that. That doesn't hurt. Let me get a glove, I think. Alrighty, that is done. Now, I believe the very next thing I'm going to do is put the starter into place. And I need to get all these tools out from under here. I think I ought to put the starter up in there before I put the exhaust pipes on it, exhaust manifolds. And when I get to the exhaust manifolds, I'm going to get Bill to come over and help me get them up into place. So I'll go out of here and get what I'm going to need for tools next.